Those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. .2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. The Warriors are trying to fight their way back to the mountaintop. Draymond Green says we were the hunted for 5 years, and now we're hunting again. That's always a fun position to be in, going after everybody else. I love hunting. That's fun. Guys, back to you.
And I love, David, how he is always hungry for wins and competition. Thank you. Looking now at some numbers for Stephen Curry.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now Washington's starting group. We've got Caldwell Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Kispert. And there's Porzingis, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. And for the Warriors. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at 4. Wiggins is out there with Looney. And Greg, as the playoffs loom in the distance, for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season, how do they ensure that their success continues in the postseason?
Well, listen, the skeptics will remain, and you've got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You have to be resilient and adaptable, and when that adversity hits, that's when your focus has to rise.
Now, this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. No good on the 3. On offense, here are the Warriors. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Here's Kuzma after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That'll put Kyle Kuzma on the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And Kyle Kuzma now in year 1 of his 3-year, $40 million extension.
And he's improving. Stronger, better on the boards, finding ways to do more than put the ball in the hole.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
Now, here's Thompson. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. 3 on the clock. Over Caldwell Pope, and it's Golden State with another.
Always ready to rise and fire from anywhere. Thompson's mid-range jumper is pure.
The pass to Kuzma. Porzingis with a screen on Green. From 13, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Here's Neto. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Takes it from 10. Again, the Wizards score.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Curry looking around. Thompson for the triple. And the three ball is good. Thompson's got 9 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Neto, guarded by Curry. Here's Neto. There's the pick. Over Thompson. Here's Porzingis. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. Well, he's won at the highest levels, and Steph Curry understands what's required to get back to that lofty position.
Stay in the moment and just focus on here and now. We have to follow that kind of game plan. Stay in the moment, do what we do every single night, and go get it.
Well, you hear it a lot, keeping your focus.
And as much defensive attention as Curry commands on a nightly basis, he can't afford a lapse of focus.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
So the Wizards 5 right now. The pairing up front, Hachimura and Bryant. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Ish Smith. And it's Avdia into the small forward position. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, even with the contact, Rui Hachimura doesn't lose his touch or his concentration. So tough to distract this guy.
Now here's Curry. His last outing, he had 8 points. You know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
Well, Rui Hachimura has got great concentration, so he's not going to let a little bit of contact disrupt his rhythm.
Curry kicks to Porter. Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Porter. And the shot is good. Porter's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter able to weather the contact. Terrific strength on that one.
Now here's Avdia, guarded closely. Bryant's shot is good. Bryant's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Left side Curry, the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Well, you see the level of effectiveness Rui Hachimura has on the interior. This guy, even with good defense, can score the basketball.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And so it's Washington with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Curry way out. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game. And with a game that's shot for shot, back and forth, neck and neck, mano a mano, safe to say they're dancing cheek to cheek, huh?
You lost me there at that end with the cheek-to-cheek stuff, Ernie.
Yeah, you're getting weird. But I like it, Ernie. I like it with the cheek-to-cheek.
Thank you, big fella. That means a lot. And now, fellas, you talk about Golden State. They find themselves in a hard-fought battle.
Hard to feel happy when your opponent's shooting over 60%. They're going to have to make things harder for those guys defensively. Force them out their comfort zone. Contest every shot.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at 4. Looney out there with Wiggins. Amazing to think some questioned if Curry could lead on his own, isn't it, Doris? He has answered the critics quickly.
Oh, one 62-point outburst showed how dominant he is. After missing almost all of 2020, some began to doubt Mr. Curry. I don't think anyone is going to make that mistake again.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Green. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Draymond Green. At the line for 1.
One shot.
And everyone knows about the offensive impact of Klay Thompson. But Doris's defense is just as important.
This guy is elite on the defensive end. Klay can switch off to several positions, and that was a major concern for his return from injury. The shot would be there, but how would the defense hold up?
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Kuzma. Pass to Looney. Wiggins left side. Thompson outside. There's the triple. And another 3 for Golden State.
And those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Neto, the pass to Kuzma. Takes it off the glass. Kuzma's got 9.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Curry with it. Started now by Kispert. The 3. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't couldn't convert it.
He kicks it to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. Here's Green, and that one is good. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Draymond Green with the rebound. Golden State's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Curry. Thompson passes to Looney. 5 on the clock. Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Wizards trail by 10, so the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Bryant. He's out there with Daniel Gafford. Kispert is out there with Hachimura, and it's Neto in at the point. Now here's Kispert. 5 to shoot. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Neto, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Poole. Here's Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Wizards trail by 10. Kispert with it. The offensive rebound. That one good for 2.
Absolutely love the energy that Thomas Bryant brings nightly. He earns his rebounds.
Thompson in the post. Passes it to Green. Here's Toscano. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Warriors lead by 11.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Green with a screen on Gafford. Here's Toscano, covered by Gafford. Now Poole. There's the pass to Thompson. From outside the arc. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Kristaps Porzingis. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, there's no doubt Kristaps Porzingis is incredibly talented as a basketball player. But what he has also proven is in major media markets, he will not shrink under the glare. And that's an important skill.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bielitsa. He checks in for Kevon Looney. Porter comes in for Draymond Green. Juan Toscano-Anderson's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Poole subbed in for Klay Thompson.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Now, here's Poole. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And here is Poole. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.